Waycross, Georgia. Safely off the train. 4 hours to the next train. Gotta walk about a mile. I don't know if this is the catch out spot, but I'm gonna try to catch my train from right here. That switch right there. As soon as the head end passes that switch and makes the right hand turn, I'll know it's my train for sure. It's gonna be going slow at this switch because it's got a right hand curve and a switch there, so that's my opportunity to get on. I'm looking for the M692 to Russell, Kentucky. This train right here is one that I rode before. It goes, I think it's Savannah, Georgia to Memphis, Tennessee. I rode this one a couple times out of Waycross and got off in Fairburn, Georgia.
Over and get down by S10 and 1010 here. Hop in with you. You can come down this way, might be easier.
It's time to get this show on the road. I'm on the side opposite of the camera, so once the train comes past the camera, I can go back toward the depot and then try and look for a car to ride.
Thanks, sir. Yes, sir. You have the same trip car, so that's right.
Well, bad news. It's the next morning. Missed my train last night. It was moving, and it was moving way too fast. There's no way. Spent the night at the bank. Found a little cubby hole on the side of the America's Bank, I think it is. The one with the lion. Man, there was an electrical outlet, 3 side walls, a roof, and on the corner, down in the corner, there was a water faucet. And the ground was all pine straw, really nice and soft, fluffy. Man, it was perfect sleeping, comfy like a pillow top mattress. So, I woke up early because it was at the bank, 6 a.m. I was out of there. Now it's 6:30. I have moved down the yard to another portion of the tracks and hoping that I can catch today's train from here. equipment. So I went to the store, Johnny's C store, and did a little resupply. Got some pineapple, got a little ramen for lunch, some chips, a mucho mango, a couple of step 2s. Look at that. Got all my water filled up completely, so I have a gallon and a half, and I'm ready to rock and roll, man. Comes the bull. The weather is not looking good. I just heard a guy on the radio say it's blowing 40 miles an hour. I'm not gonna set up camp to stay out of this weather. I guess I'm gonna have to go inside this house. I don't know. I hope the roof doesn't cave in on me. So I think it will keep me dry just long enough. I don't want to get wet. For the forecast, the worst of it will be over at about 8 p.m. That's right about the time I need to get on the train. So. Well, this is it. The moment I've been waiting 24 hours for. I've missed this train last night. Hopefully tonight it's a different story. So
14 there, 2418.
they're building the train right now. Gets dark about 8. Train leaves about 8. Hopefully it'll be dark enough that I have a little coverage if I need it, because there are lights everywhere out here. 1 a.m. The train is 5 hours later than normal. I'm so tired. Cars are all wet, rain. We're coming up on the diamond. Top. Coffee and miso soup, baby. You know what I'm talking about. Got some dried tofu, some seaweed. We're somewhere between Savannah, Georgia and Augusta, Georgia. The train stopped. I don't know why, but about the same time it started raining like a mother. So thankfully I'm pretty dry right here. There's a little bit of drip and splash, but not much. So I had some breakfast, just kicking it. again. I bet the bottom end of the train is still on the bridge. Not good. That means these cars aren't going anywhere for a while. I'm off the train, obviously, but I didn't get busted. Almost got busted. I knew my engines had disconnected from the train and moved around. I thought they were coming back, but they never did. I overheard another radio and another guy walking. He almost saw me, so he came and let the air out of our train, the train I was on. After he passed by, the rain started heavier, and I turned the radio back on. I started listening. I heard my train, engine 5282. He was making up his train, doubling up and heading out. He was getting clearance from the dispatcher. Anyway, I couldn't find it. I don't know where he was. The yard is so big and it's so long. I climbed over like 12 tracks on one side, which was like 7-8 trains, and then went back to my train, climbed over like 3 or 4 tracks to the other side, a couple more trains, couldn't find it. Then at one point a train aired up, started moving, mostly tankers. I jumped on it just to be sure if that was mine or not, but it only went a little ways and stopped. Got off of that one. Was walking in between 2 trains, very narrow space. I was walking toward the west end of the yard because I knew he had to go to the west end of the yard to leave. And it had only been a few minutes since I heard him on the radio with the dispatcher. So I was hoping I still had a chance to catch my train. But the next track over, the next space on the other side of the train I was walking, an employee was walking the opposite direction. And we both crossed at the same time in a space between 2 cars. He was going one way, I was going the other though. And apparently he heard my footsteps in the ballast, and I heard his about the same time. And we both looked at each other and just kept walking. Obviously I was not an employee, and he knew that I saw him. I knew that he saw me. But as soon as we passed, I booked it. Climbed over another train, over a couple of tracks, over another train. I got to the edge of the property finally, sweating like crazy in my rain jacket, and it's wet on the outside, wet on the inside. Anyway, after 24 hours of this, I'm praying for good weather. I don't know. I'm under this awning right now. This little store. I got off the railroad property, and people here are already looking at me funny. But anyway, I'll see what I can do. There's a bridge not far from here. Maybe I can get to that bridge and stay dry under that bridge. And it's at the west end of the yard, so maybe my train will leave from there tomorrow about the same time. Hopefully I'll catch it.